Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Against the Storm, where a thing happened. Here's the situation about this. I knew there was a patch coming, so when I played half of a settlement for last episode, I did have a plan. I fully intended to finish it up before the patch, so that the new patch would drop in between settlements. However, I got sick. I spent about 24 hours feeling so sick I could barely sit up, and time makes fools of us all, I guess. Time and also my biology. So we've been booted out of the run. We will be placed back before the thing, and also we just got the rewards that we needed to move on, including a royal resupply, which feels a little bit like cheating, I guess. I'm gonna take it. It's fine. So, Elder Update 1.6. There's some new world events, there's some new options for existing events, and a major rebalance of the entire system, which means I don't even know what that means. You know what it means? We're gonna figure it out. I will read the full update notes later. Right now, we're just gonna play some game and we're gonna discover some things that are rebalanced, perhaps. I mean, so, here's the thing. Is it now kind of cheating to take the obsidian box? I don't know, because, I was a little worried about time, but I don't know. I'm just going to take the obsidian box. It's not going to be a big deal if we manage to hit this rune a little bit faster than we otherwise would have, because the true test is going to be the runes out here, right? So whatever. I'm just going to take the thing I was going to take, and then we're going to try this again. And I think we're going to make the same move that we made last time. Right, we were headed toward a seal that was, up here somewhere. So yeah, just step as far out into the gathering storm as possible, and then see what's what from there. How much of this stuff is going to be exactly the same? So I don't think we're taking the humans, right? We're taking this stuff because I love this stuff. Oh, hold on. But we did get the materials that I wanted for, yes, please. We did get the materials that we wanted for one of the bottlenecks or one of the upgrades that was bottlenecking us, didn't we? So we can at least buy that. Not that it's a particularly meaningful upgrade itself. It's on the way to things that are meaningful. We are getting in here with an extra 1% boost to our global chance of producing double yields. That'll show them. The stuff we actually wanted is up here. But closer. And who knows? Maybe it'll come down to 1%. We have had games come down to, literally a number of seconds before, right? Yeah, so, anyway, as we were. I mean, this is it's a lot of people and a lot of planks and a lot of oil. It's very difficult not to want to take that. This stuff's all fun. I don't feel like we really got to talk through this stuff. Okay. And the conditions are what they are. They are what they were before. Gathering Storm, of course, is very bad and is a huge bummer for everyone. Okay. Let's try that again. This time we're calling it... It's a haven. It's a haven from the Gathering Storm. It could not be more perfect. See, the game knows. The game knows what's up. Yesterday really was rough. I was not pleased with the way that went. Okay, 2 resin every time woodcutters cut down a tree during the drizzle, which means we're going to have a ton of free resin. Building stuff requires 50% more materials is still the new thing. Trade route costs up during the storm. Global food production slowed considerably during the storm. Goods that use metal ingots yield 50% fewer goods. That is actually, with the cost of the tool recipe, it is probably actually worth trying to pay attention to this and stop tool production during the storm. And then every villager that dies during the storm instantly turns into a blood flower. Very unlikely to matter because villagers mostly don't die during the storm. They leave. So, okay, we have access to some clay and some berries early on here, and yeah, this is a different map, right? We're not like on a seed that we've seen before. No, definitely not. Okay, cool. Well, I gotta tell you, my inclination is to punch that away. So let's get that going. Whew. I'll tell you, there's an argument that this is maybe getting a little repetitive, I think. As we continue to like slowly dial the difficulty up over the course of 20 separate games. But honestly, it's also very calming. Like it has taken on a very welcoming feel. Playing this game is a little bit like spending time at home. And I will actually be kind of bummed out when we get to the end of it. We do not have any way of producing metals just yet, so I think I'm just going to jam on normal shelters. So the big shelter is 6 residents in 6 spaces, whereas this is 3 residents in 4 spaces. We started with a bunch of planks this time. And it would only take us 2 big shelters to house everybody. You know what? Because we started with the bonus planks, I think this is definitely right. And it may be the case that it was better to build big shelters than to build the little shelters that I was building before anyway. But the thing about that is I wasn't doing it. I'm not really sure why I never bothered to. It's just like, I don't know. Planks are such a pain in the ass, right? We'll also definitely get some people on this thing right away. And I don't think we need cutters immediately, or berry pickers right away. I think we're probably okay on food for a bit here. But I do want to make sure that we deliver some of these veggies. We do not have a source of algae or fish. Do these trees sometimes give algae? And sometimes give vegetables. I will put one person on this and just have them run the 8 vegetables out real fast. And then, yeah, I think we can produce our basic road system here. And let's see what happens. Let's get some good stuff going. Right now we have 6 people unassigned. If I want to run a second woodcutter, it would certainly be better to start them up right now, so that we can bank resin, right? And as we learned from last time, that's less of a trivial decision than it used to be, because every gathering building requires more parts than it used to. Everything is one more part than it used to be. That said, the extra resin and like quickly stockpiling wood, I think they're both really valuable. And I kind of want to get access to the geyser pretty fast. I think I'm going to do it. So let's put that down. Let's throw 3 foxes onto that duty and tell them, get over here. I know it'll take a little while. This doesn't need to be immediate, but I do know that I want it. Okay, that should do it. And we are, of course, eventually going to need the crude workstation up, but I guess right now it's not a big deal. How much fabric do we have? Did we pull all of the fabric already, really? Yeah, I guess they require 6 each, huh? Okay. And we don't have an easy source of further fabric, so more harpies joining up is actually not something we're prepared for. It's a little worrying. Alright, the settlements will be settlemented as quickly as they've ever been. Stormwater geyser up real fast. Uh, big foragers camp would be nice. We do get an algae pond, which I'm real excited to see. Fishing stuff early, another pond, and this thing, which is a little bit of a pain. So we do have coats, right? We have lots and lots of coats. If we were to burn it down, every 120 seconds it'll spawn blight rot cysts. We have to get to 6 purging fire. Well, that being the case, I guess I'm really glad that I that I built that second woodcutters camp, because we're going to need it. I do think that we should probably just go ahead and get on the blight post. Where is the edge of the light? Okay, I'm gonna build the blight post like pretty far out. Try to leave myself enough room to build housing in all of the hearth spaces. Yeah, and we'll just get on this. We'll try to hit that cleanse. I'm gonna let them go ahead and just use the coats, because they'll, with there being only 2 of them, they're not gonna go through the coats fast enough for it to matter very much. And that'll at least give us some reputation early. Even if it's not necessarily the thing we would most have wanted. What is this made of? It is made of bricks. We have enough bricks. We have enough parts. We will make the planks. Actually, no, that's right. We have the planks. So actually we get this up really fast. Yeah, it is turning out more and more valuable that we built, that we took a start that had a huge number of planks in it early. Every burned cyst removes additional corruption, more newcomers, hostility down from woodcutters, but like only by a little bit, or reed and clay every time you discover a glade. Now that we have an algae pond, I'm less worried about the reed, so I think it's like crowded caravan versus reroll on this one probably. And honestly, I think it's reroll. I'm not excited about any of that. Traders will have more stuff for sale. I mean, generous gifts is kind of interesting. Trade routes are worth more amber is also obviously very good. Let's take trade negotiations and yeah. Take trade negotiations and make sure we get that thing handled. For real, priority high this. Do not build all of the roads over this. There we go. I probably want to get people started on the fishing, which is a little awkward. You know, deliver purging fire is something we're setting up to do very easily here, and it gets us more parts. This is a huge pain. So let's skip 3 packs. Sell at least 16 amber and then worth of goods and then deliver 10 amber is costly. For a building that's not even very good for us. And export specialization. Like, I think I would rather take the geyser pump upgrade. Here, again, parts and people. Like, I just don't think the reward on that's very good. If we were doubled up on education already, or, you know, it's just not quite there. Fox Resolve above 15 is absolutely doable. It's extremely doable. Oh, that said, Amber Trade, this version of Amber Trade has much more interesting rewards. They both have 2 population, so it's like you're taking tools versus parts. And then obviously Wildfire Essence is really good trade value. But this is so easy. Yeah, I'm going to take that. Okay. So what we are doing mostly... Am I in a big hurry to get that pump going? 2 more population... Well, we wouldn't be able to house the population super trivially. I mean, I could build like a short-term shelter. Probably. I probably do want to get this done really fast. And then the other thing I was saying is we probably want to get the fishing hut opened quickly. but it's a little awkward because we're running into people trouble already, but that's a good reason to prioritize this, right? We have enough pipes for that, right? And we don't have enough planks. Okay, so is this a comfort? No, that's a proficiency bonus. That's actually pretty rad. Okay, get me 5 purging fire as quickly as possible. And yeah, I just have people running around like crazy, doing absolutely everything. But it's important. There's a lot going on here. I have 1 builder left. Well, let's unequip the person who's bringing goods over to there, because they're actually not doing that right now. Okay. All right. Harpy and lizard. Awkward. Awkward but necessary. Could y'all go fetch right quick? And we'll just throw up a shelter here instead of trying to build, because that puts us at 3 harpies, which is a little awkward. Alright, go fetch me some folks. And then we can have a couple more hands down here to work our actual problems. Oh, this one is not set on avoid except when marked. Yeah, gotta make sure that happens. And in fact, let me move this up to here, because we definitely want to just like carve away all of this stuff, right? So this is gonna run out there, which means I am gonna put down at least the plan for the first garden, or the first park. Okay, this gets done real quick. Everybody's housed. The purging fire went faster than I thought it would. So this is going to put us on... Yeah, we'll have just enough population to cover these 2, or just enough housing to cover these 2 villagers, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden we're capable of stuff again. The button moved. Y'all saw it. Okay, yeah, like in theory, it's good to have bricks and this stuff and that stuff, and gonna really prioritize the planks though. Here I'm gonna unequip 1 person. Let's make sure we have some purging fire, but we probably don't need like a huge amount. Because we're gonna run this event real soon, right? Oh no, that's right. That's why I needed 6, was because never mind the thing I just said. This is how long my attention span is. You all just saw it. That's where it runs to. All right, hurry, friends! I should have done these in the opposite order, and I am a fool. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and... Well, I can't really... The timer for spawning the cysts is going to start as soon as the choose a reward button gets pressed. So I kind of do need to wait for them to... shoot. Okay, stop making planks. Focus on other things for a second. I forgot the primacy of this. I know where my scouts are idle. Okay, they're grabbing the wood. I'm a little worried about the timing here. Okay, let's turn the planks back on. This is one where it doesn't matter if we're doing it during the storm, at least. Go ahead and start your cleansing. We still got 40 coats left, so we're still in fine position on that. And can we please get the 1 piece of wood run back over here? Okay. There's the building. And we're going to want to unequip a couple of woodcutters to get our hostility level down to 1. Still got the lizards negative, huh? Let's once again uncheck planks here. If we can get the... Ooh, okay. Favoring them isn't actually going to fix shit. All right, if we cut all the woodcutters, yeah, we're still ace. We're 5 points above being zeroed out. So this park getting finished wouldn't solve the problem because it's only going to increase our global resolve by 1. So what is going to solve the problem is that lizard leaving, which is going to drop our hostility level down to 0. Which is really annoying. Don't want to be seeing people leave at this point, but it is what it is. Now that we're at 0, I can't bump it back up without having people go nuts. So this is happening. We probably don't need quite so much of that stuff, but we're out of wood already because we need a really huge amount of wood. This first storm is sit on your hands time, and that sucks. Did we finish the fishing hut? We did. Okay, we can at least be fishing. Yeah. Okay. So the road that we want to run here is going to look like this. Let's just get this out of the way. Sorry, not that. Okay. So this is not really such a priority. Like, it'll be nice when it happens, but it's not a big deal. That's burning down, and we are gonna need... Okay, no, this actually doesn't... I thought this relied on planks. Never mind. So yeah, we just go ahead and install an automaton there. And we probably don't actually take this right away because I need the hostility level to remain at 0 for a second. Do we have enough resources to build the herbalist camp? Yeah. Gosh, that's a lot of... Oh, no, we don't. It requires wood. Of course not. We kind of don't have enough resources to do anything. I really don't want everybody just sitting idle. But we are unfortunately 2 points of resolve short of being able to push the level up. I need people to be at 1, not 0. And we don't have enough buildings yet that have comfort levels to be able to have people doing work that they like. So we're just gonna have to wait. Just gonna have to wait a little bit. Then we'll take in a whole bunch of newcomers in a second here. We'll build new housing, and it'll all be good as soon as this first storm is over. And overall, I'm not displeased with the outcomes so far. So wait, did the food not get delivered? Does it look like it's actually... Okay, we can actually have this run. Probably, again, start with resource acquisition. May as well put 2 people on it, right? Go, kids. We collected enough algae from the trees. Alright, glade event is clear, which is rad. New orders up. Would have been nice for the glade event to clear right after the new orders, but whatever. Is jerky a good food here? Jerky is a good food here. And harpy houses, that's a thing we can do. Yeah, I'm down for harpy relatives. And then deliver 50 fish is a thing we can probably do in the near future. We do have a fish pond. It's not the one we're working right now. We'll just open up 3 glades, 3 good glades, to get 7 tools is also pretty compelling. And I mean, Viceroy's survival guide is nice. The tools are probably a better reward. I'm actually fairly torn on this one. I'm going to take Risky Expedition, but yeah, a little torn on that one. And let's start, well, hold on. Let's get our cornerstone first in case we pull a cornerstone that has to do with newcomers. Okay, so gathering camp production is increased by 100%, but fertile soil buildings are down. The alarm bell thing, blight rot pruner, or the old fedora hat. Doubling event loot by 50%. I mean, sometimes you get really cool stuff from events. Sometimes a doubling your number of ancient tablets or whatever would be rad. But I'm actually going to reroll this. The woodcutter's prayer is sort of interesting. If I'm not mistaken, we don't have any amber right now, right? So I'm going to take the Stormwalker tax, actually. And then once I'm sure we're fully committed to the to the thing here, let's grab some more folks. Okay, we'll take some more lizards. We'll take those resources. And then it's time to build some lizard housing with all these bricks. Oh, right, we still need, well, we have the resources to make fabric happen. So we're going to end up needing 2 of these. I got to actually remember to select all these things. Planks are on the menu again as well. This is probably a one-person job if we're being honest. And let's assign 6 woodcutters. Okay. Hostility level shoots through the roof, but it is what it is. And once this comes back, maybe we look at our blueprints. How many pipes do we have left right now? Just 4? Is it worth? Yeah, you know what? I think it is probably worth enabling this whole situation. I'm not going to turn on the comfort engine just yet, but actually at this point we probably have, we have enough population that we can afford to go to the next level of hearth upgrade as well. Oops. What if I clicked the mouse button that makes the correct thing happen? Alright, so you can get up there. Carving out this whole area. I think I do want to make that herbalist camp happen, probably. Well, I mean, we want the foragers camp more than anything. We have enough to do both. Okay, we have 3 harpy houses worth of harpies, and we actually have the ability to produce fabric now, so let's get those done. How far out are you, little friend? He's on his way back. Right? Yeah. Okay, things are getting done pretty quickly. One thing I am noticing is that we do not have a lot of the kinds of things that you make jerky out of. So that's potentially concerning. All right, green chest, and I didn't even look at what blueprint that was. It was the large foragers camp. Awesome. That's really, really pretty great luck. Okay, we'll just change the path a little bit here. This doesn't, we don't have anybody who's specialized in this, but yeah, get that up. That's real good. And we're not quite at the point of being able to, okay, here we go. We can push the foxes to 15. Hopefully get the pack figured out relatively quickly. Okay, so we're gathering roots and herbs and resin. We're gonna have a lot of resin, which is really nice. Actually, resin is resin is sometimes really high value for the purposes of clearing events and stuff. Do we want to just run the next one out? We actually can't. I've really burned through. I've really burned through all my algae. Well, you know, we can put one person on this, and then when we pull the algae from this camp, or from this pond, they'll just, yeah, which will happen real soon. They'll just finish the thing off. And I will just run that at the lowest rarity, because what I'm looking for more than anything is to get another blueprint. Okay, so we are now very comfortable on housing. Fox Resolve is figured. This is a little awkward, but whatever. 3 more parts is nice. Okay. So, what's next? What's our next big concern? I mean, keeping the foxes for the moment lit up so that they are continuing to provide reputation, obviously, is useful. Let's start working toward this stuff. So, we could pull the herb garden. Obviously not a bad idea. Our big overlap foods right now are skewers, right? It's just skewers. Or, sorry, skewers and jerky. So... we would like to be able to gather. Like I'm debating the speculative trappers camp versus the herb garden, basically, because you really want to be able to make skewers and jerky. I don't love the furnace or the carpenter's like fine. Carpenter's is always pretty much fine. I'm going to take the Trapper's Camp. We'll see if that ends up being foolishness. Also, our need overlaps are treatment. So tea production is at a high value. We will need a container for the tea, right? Tea requires containers. And, you know, having a recipe for crystallized dew, obviously, is also valuable. Yeah, I think we'll take a brickyard. Boots are good. Boots are pretty good. Boots are good for everybody. We don't really need water skins unless we don't have the clay for the other, the clay for the pottery. Jerky and coal from a kiln is pretty good. I mean, I like the cooking building that produces the jerky and the skewers in the same building an awful lot, but we can't necessarily hold out for that. And it's hard to argue with a building that overpowers from stormwater, given our situation here, right? Given our reliance on not necessarily reliance, but given how much value we get out of the jerky and skewers interaction, it might be worth taking ranch, which I'm not usually super fast on, but like it sure is helpful to be able to force some level of meat production, and leather is also useful for sure. Yeah, all right, we'll take ranch. So we have a tea and jerky building. Jerky was the one we already took production on, though. We kind of don't need any of these, really. I guess dyes is a precursor to tea. You take the cobbler for boots and dyes. That's not horrible. It's not great. Okay, so you're set. You don't have anything else to gather. And we have a few free hands. So I didn't end up taking a farm, and that's something we'll want to fix at some point soon. But like, are we in a place where we want to force another glade? It feels like a forbidden glade might be a little early. Oh, you know what I haven't done, and I definitely should have, is a trading post. Yeah, that feels like a silly oversight. It doesn't, I don't think, super matter where we put this. And I guess for the moment, while we just have extra people, we can pull them out of here later. But for the moment, they can just run resources around. You can go over there and get us some of that. You know, maybe it is time to open another glade. Let's get a little bit more information, maybe a little bit more loyalty going from events or whatever. But I should definitely have built the trading post earlier. Okay, the entire event here is blood flower. Weird. So we do have an herbalist camp pull there, which is a little bit of a shame. That's not one of the ones we were prepared for. We got some more clay, which is exciting, I think. And what's in this blood flower? Okay, a bunch of crystallized dew. That's actually really handy. Obviously, it's a bummer food-wise, but we are gathering food. And I guess now that we have a large source of herbalist stuff, it behooves us to build the herbalist's camp. Okay. We could take a farm design from you. Gain 3 wine for every 15 ale. I don't think we're producing ale. Actually, we don't have anybody who wants wine or ale. So that's probably not actually very interesting. We have a little bit of money. We have almost 20 amber worth of resin, which is certainly worth looking at here. I mean, vegetables and grain, like, I think I'm fine taking this. Right, at the very least, we can, like, press grain into oil and stuff. Yeah, I think I'm fine taking that. And then we'll just buy tools for the just in case. Put that up. Put up most of the resin, probably. How much do I actually have? I have 138. Let's, like, keep 30. And then can I generate 5 value from... Yeah. That seems fine. Okay, obviously we're going to want to move this backwards a little bit now. Not that getting this farm established is like a super huge priority, because obviously we don't have a use for the grain or anything yet, but we may as well get it laid down. Large pond as well. Oh, the fishing hut needs to be... Do I want to gather fish more than I want to gather scales? I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Alright, that's got you to a level up. We do need to get a services building at some point here. I probably should unfavor you so that we can favor somebody else during the storm, potentially. Hopefully we won't actually have spent too much time in starvation mode. Alright, so this is one where it actually would be nice to be able to run... Ah, yes, we have a bunch of harpies over here. Change some stuff out here. We don't need to be building anything right this second. I think I'm okay with having actually everybody equipped. Oh, expedition completed. Oh, that's right, and probably we're not going to have everybody equipped, right? Because I'm going to take off our woodcutters. Okay, bonus paste production, some crops, that's kind of whatever. So, we are still hoping for the herbalism design. Maybe we take that, and then We should be able to run this. If we cut all of the woodcutters, we are once again just short of being able to get down that last level of hostility, which is a real shame. It is kind of crazy how good I am at that, actually, managing to get us just the littlest bit over. So, it's glades open, it's the number of villagers, it's the years. Yeah, there's not anything we could really do right now. We could gain a point of impatience, but I can't do anything to push that any faster. Alright, well, it is what it is. We are burning our blade stuff. We're working on everything we can be working on. This got finished. I guess we'll assign some people to this. Sure. Sadly, I can't even favor my harpies out of this situation, which is a real shame. We need more coats. Well, when this first person leaves, it'll drop us a hostility level, and that will certainly help. We are not, in fact, running out of harpies in the herbalism hut. That is where they work. So unfortunately, we now still have a little bit of a situation here. And it is being caused by hunger. We're 29 seconds left on this decaying food effect. Yeah, that's really grim. I needed to open this glade earlier. Is all it is. I lost control of my timing a little bit. Well, we're gonna pay the price for it. Do a little bit of resolve shuffling here. Actually, we're not even really doing resolve shuffling at the moment. We're just... come on. Why not remove them from the fishing hut, where they're doing less important stuff? Okay. So that's done. The hunger should go. The hunger should be a thing of the past, but it's built up right now, and it's going to be a problem for a little bit. So once the hunger is gone, we're taking -3. Okay, I think I'm going to... Negligence? What? I don't even know what the negligence bonus is from. Okay. I just need them to realize that there's food now, basically. And there's nothing we can do until they do that to get them to stop leaving. That's one thing that's a little frustrating about this game, is like a lot of your indicators kind of lag. Like, people don't start taking on hunger penalties until there hasn't been any food for a while, because it's not until they go to get food and don't find any, rather than because there isn't enough food. Alright, the foxes will catch up again at some point. They will stop being so hungry. We've actually gone all the way down to 2 harpies in the village, and one of them is running the blight post. I mean, we can take on newcomers now. Doesn't hurt anything to take on newcomers at this point. Yep, and the foxes are still, unfortunately, still just suffering from needs they don't actually have. If we bump some foxes to here and turn up the comfort on this thing, we can get them above. I could have saved that last one. But once they realize that they're upset about problems they're not actually having, that won't even be possible, or won't even be necessary anymore. It's just a matter of waiting for perception to catch up with reality. Burn 18 blight rat cysts in total. I mean, that's not a bad set of rewards. So here's one thing I don't know. I don't know if training grounds, like it says training gear produced. I'm assuming that we do not get credit for the training gear that's coming in via the delivery line. But this is a thing we absolutely could benefit from. And then discover a forbidden glade in the next 8 minutes for massive reinforced saw blades, and yeah, I'll do that. I am actually fine with that. We're already done with this, so let's get somebody over here and we'll start working on that as soon as the storm ends. Come on, lizards. Be friends. Okay. Why's everybody gotta be difficult, you know? Why's it always gotta be a challenge? Let's read production. Traders will have blueprints. I mean, I'm less excited about all these at this point. We're not really having corruption problems. I guess guild catalog? I mean, we certainly are trying to take on more people still. Crowded caravan. Try to offset some of our goofy losses. This, and yeah, I guess a fox. We'll be regaining 2 foxes who can do work as soon as that's over. Then we start building those fox shelters. All right. Welcome to the Forbidden Glade. That's going to make a lot of our plank generation so much easier. So we have here a scribe, which is not a very good building for us. We'll probably just break that down. Some noxious machinery, which we could easily cleanse for Amber and Grace. Or we could just tear it down and get a whole lot of metal and containers. You lose 4 units of a random type of rainwater every 12 seconds. I mean, that doesn't matter. Even a little bit. That's like incredibly irrelevant. So I would rather cleanse it, I think. But we are looking at kind of a lot of crystallized dew. Yeah, as much as I want a bunch of metal, the point of reputation is obviously meaningful. Okay, well, let's, right, I don't have another harpy. And I do kind of want to keep bonus food generation chance up right now, so go to 12. And we can't build very many fox houses then. I had to keep... We can build 2. Start. I will take 2. Okay. Guess we may as well, like, move these over to here, right? It'll be a little bit of extra... resolve. Okay, so we don't particularly need to be chopping away at that wood. Like, this stuff over here will do just fine. And we should probably put people in here, except we don't have the population for it anymore because I'm bad at managing population. Once again, I do feel like I have fewer problems off camera than on. So we have 1 guy at least. Okay, advanced rain collector is a real bummer at this moment. Doesn't really provide me much benefit. I'm going to probably tell them not to use the raincoats. We'll wait until the next storm for that. But those pickled goods that we got from the Bloodflower are doing some good work otherwise. Yeah, if this doesn't get dealt with in time, it will destroy this cache. That's kind of the only thing, actually, of consequence that it will destroy. So it's not a big deal. I'm going to turn off plank mode here, even though we're not actually building planks at the moment, because the planks being enabled does cause them to stockpile wood in that building, which obviously I don't really want them doing at this moment. Okay, we're going to eventually be able to run this out again. We'll just have to wait a moment, though. New reputation gives us access to kind of none of the things that we want. You know, Druid's Hut, oil and tea is a pretty good one. The Crown Chronicles is... the Crown Chronicles is kind of always good. The Tavern's kind of always good. Oh, no, wait, sorry, not the Crown. The Crown Chronicles is the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of the one that scales with the scales the resolve bonus with the amount of money that you've spent, amount of money value that you've traded. Yeah, let's go ahead and assign 2 foxes to this and just get it over with real fast. Okay, they're working on all the stuff that is still necessary, so... Oh no, blight rats disappeared. There are actually several of them. Okay. We are pumping a lot of rainwater through the engines all of a sudden. And it's worth it, but it's also, you know... But it's also causing problems. Okay, so... We're going to need to set up a ranch somewhere. To be perfectly honest, the way this road is constructed is... the way this path is constructed is kind of bothering me now. This is not ideal. Because, like, what if it didn't double up all over the place? Why does that matter to me? I don't know. Ugh, I could really use about 15 more people. Like, we can barely make use of the buildings that we've constructed, or the blueprints that we've taken, because I just don't have the hands. I guess we can free up spots in here. We can cut down on our number of haulers. That's not really what I want to be doing. Okay, trader. Mr. Jorg, what's up? You know, planting crops is faster might actually be meaningful. 3 incense for every 10 roots produced is kind of a fun bonus because we are producing a lot of roots. And then beyond that, I guess we would just buy foods. I do think I want this, so we're going to need 1 amber from you, and then... I know you can use this stuff for fishing. I'm not sure exactly how much value it adds. It's part of the problem is that there's a lot of mechanics that, like, because they work automatically without you ever thinking about them, I'm like fairly murky on their precise function. I guess we'll keep it around for that purpose, and I'll just sell... Yeah, I'll sell other stuff. Okay, do that. Take this. You know, incense is good for solving events. It's good for selling. This will get us partway toward our need for jerky fulfilled, but mostly I wanted to just, you know, improve people's resolve. Just give people something delicious to eat. Because that's how that should be. Alright. Fire has started with plenty of time. And we do need to get our brickyard up, because I need to get people out of that housing. You know what? Let me really quickly here pull one of these woodcutters and just... Can we get rid of this? This is all good real estate that I would really like to have access to. Okay, even more blight rot cysts appeared, or is that just I didn't dismiss this? Yeah, it's just I didn't dismiss it. Okay. They're working on it. They're trying. Alright, so here comes a storm. We can drop our hostility back down to 2. Like, let's go ahead and turn off... or turn back on the raincoats. Turn off having turned off the raincoats is where I was really going there. Do you have enough population? Okay, after the next wave of people. Okay, this isn't too bad. We can manage a lot of this with just removing woodcutters, but not all of it. Yeah, so the harpies... Oh no, the harpies will climb up as they're as they start grabbing coats. Yeah, so okay, we should be good. We have newcomers. I can't imagine it being a good idea to take these before the storm's over. So right now we have 15 points of neutral housing. We have 3 harpy houses and what, like 2 lizard houses? Yeah. So nobody that we pull in here would actually be completely unhoused. If we do the fox thing, like that harpy has real housing, I'd be a little worried about pushing the foxes over the misery line. I'm still going to do it though. Oh, right, but that push our population high enough that I have to... I mean, it's not a big deal to unequip another woodcutter. And then we can move you up to here, and I think I can actually fit the design for the brickyard in there now. Yeah. Okay. We're managing. For the moment, we're managing. Did end up short a couple of points of fire, but it's not a big deal. All of a sudden, we're over again. What happened? People are very skittish, is the thing. Foxes, you are killing me. Okay, so we have foxes in the comfort, the one building that has a rain engine already. So I can't do too much about that. I mean, I can favor them and rely on the very slow drop of the lizards to buy us the time that we need. But it would be helpful if they could just calm their asses down. It's like, take it easy a little bit, friends. We need so much help. We need so many people. Okay, so here, I mean, meat in particular is the thing. Oh yeah. How do you do this again? Shift to change priority. So I think it's okay to take the veggies too. And the algae probably, but prefer to take the grain for sure. And then that does remind me that there's a farm up here that I did not build yet. That's perhaps worth putting together. We're pretty far out from home, so I'm wondering if it makes sense to build a warehouse. Yeah, we're like quite far out. Are we gonna open up another glade in this area? Maybe that one? So that being the case, maybe it makes more sense for the warehouse to be like over here than over there. In fact, let me make sure that's the top priority for this woodcutter's hut. Once we, actually have woodcutters again. I have 6 people free right now. Get our penultimate order. What is this? Do a corruption decision on purpose. Okay, that's interesting. We have one salvage available to us right now. Have 12 harpies feels like a thing that's like way in the distance. Fulfill your villagers' need for religion 70 times. Also, seems pretty unlikely. I mean, honestly, the rewards for Into the Ruins are good enough that I think I am just going to take it and we're going to figure it out. My plan on this is officially, we will figure it out. Come on. Okay. Ooh. I unfavored almost a little bit too late there. I got closer than it needed to. All right. Hidden from the queen. There is no, the queen, your crown doesn't need to know everything. There is no impatience penalty when villagers leave or die, but impatience will grow 500% faster starting from Drizzle Year 10. What on earth? Who is going to Year 10? That doesn't seem likely. So that's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know that that's like... We have certainly had runs where, or at least a run, where that was how we lost impatience from villagers leaving, but I don't think it's a primary concern. We'll get back to this stuff. And let's just throw in a bunch of folks. Over here, there's still much to do. Okay. We have caches. I haven't even talked about like trying to use tools to open this stuff up yet because it doesn't matter yet. Once we have this stuff open, we'll probably put the warehouse right here. I think that's a big enough space. I guess I can favor that as well. Yeah. And indeed, it is basically perfect. Actually, you know what? We can build it right now. I'm still gonna chop that down, but still just, you know, it's a weird thing in a weird spot. Okay, so first things first. Hey, look at all this free stuff. Secondly, we did find another ruin, so huge win for us. The ruin is a leather worker, which is not super compelling, I guess. And here we have some convicts who I really kind of just want to persuade over to the village. I mean, we have the training gear. And obviously, like, 5 points of new arrivals is a little scary. And they're bringing with them food that is not actually preferred food for anybody, and a bundle of herbs that is kind of whatever. But hold on. Let me check this. I might re-roll this. We're still looking for a good source of skewers. It's just the field kitchen. I never actually built the field kitchen. The field kitchen does have skewers, so we can make both skewers and jerky now. And we'd have enough people to run all those buildings. We can get our brick maker going and actually make housing. Do a more efficient form of this thing. Yeah, I think I do. I think I do just want to go for the fast persuade on this. And everybody can survive that. Unfortunately, that does not give us a corruption decision. We had no corruption decisions available to us here. And yeah, so we're halfway out into the ruins. We're going to have to open up another glade, which means stuff's going to get really messy. Yeah, our resolve levels are going to be really tough. Our hostility is going to be really tough. But we have to kind of just like blind open another glade if we want to have a chance of doing that. But the reward is significant. The carpenter and 24 tools is pretty real. Because if we're looking at just raw, like how much, we have 1 full point here, 2 there, 2.75, 3.5. So you have 3.5 points of reputation just laying on the ground. We're going to be here a little while longer. We still need to find like a service building. Yeah, this is a bit of a mess. I don't think we're taking any of this stuff, so let's just go ahead and re-roll that. Still no service building. I guess another this is expensive, but I think a tea doctor is good enough. Vitality is certainly a very good effect. So let's take the tea doctor. Let's construct the tea doctor here. You have to walk through the gardens to get to it. I think that's fine. So we're going to have that as well, although right now vitality is not even a full point of global resolve. But we'll have the ability to run treatment. I picked up a tea building, right? Where's my... a druid's hut? Which is also how we're producing our oil. Which we don't actually even need right now. Yeah, let's go get our... We need people. I am not, in fact, feeling like the luckiest people in the world right now, but we're going to do what we can. We still have not managed to get this upgrade yet, but we can continue gathering berries nonetheless. How's this doing? Okay, that pond is just about out. We're actually really solid on food. I was a little worried, but when we're not getting blood flowered, our food output is real good. Once we get the tea doctor up, we can push to level 3 our hearth, which will be nice. Can we make this like a pretty high priority? Do I have the parts left? I do, okay. Make this like a really high priority. Just make everybody's life easier. Hey man, what's going on? Do you have cool stuff for me? You have a point of reputation. That's fun to buy. Hostility reduction, also fun to buy. He's got metals, but it's the wrong kind of metals. It's fine. We'll just make our own. So... the tea is made of container, right? We need container, we need water, and then we need herbs or dye or resin or roots. Okay, so we don't need to go out of our way to purchase any tea precursors from him. We're really quite set on that. So the things that are interesting are the generous donation, the ways of the forest, and probably just a big stack of planks would also be really nice. I think I am going to buy this. If we wanted everything else, we need this, and then 10 more amber, 26. So we can sell an awful lot of resin. Maybe like 100 resin. Honestly, at this point, I do feel like we could sell some parts, probably. We probably don't need everything. There's only one kind of parts building that we haven't built yet. So... we are talking about... selling off some stuff I'm not, like, super comfortable with, though. And, like, I could just... We could ignore the generous donation. And just take the planks, right? You know what? I'm going to do that. Perhaps this is foolishness, but... Okay. That's going to be very convenient. We're going to... I know we have really efficient plank production, but also we have just like a very serious wood problem right now. Yeah, so... Oh, also, I had plank production turned off, and we were still having a very serious wood problem. If that doesn't make it, like, super clear how bad things were. Okay, so... There was something else I was going to do really quickly there, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, right. I do remember what it was. I was going to remember to build a makeshift post, because we haven't done that, and as such, we have no trade routes. That is definitely part of the reason that Amber has felt a little bit tighter on this run than it sometimes does. Hey, can you go and just, like, finish building that trading warehouse for me? Okay, newcomers pretty early enough that we can figure out their stuff here. I think I am good to take on these ones. So that means we need to build another lizard house. But that should be fine. I'm actually going to cut both of the haulers. We need some buildings finished here. Okay. So that's all done, and we're going to need some more buildings finished. Let's get the rest of these buildings figured out, and then we can probably call the episode there for today. So we're going to need one more harpy house for sure. I'm a little worried that we're at 0 fabric. Might be worth putting together a harvester's hut for looking into that. I don't know that it matters terribly where I put this. Probably overthinking it a little. Okay. Yeah, so that's going to be a problem we're going to need to resolve. Doesn't matter who does this. I know we're going to want to use a bunch of lizards in our food chain, our food production chain, so that's part of why I'm doing it that way. Okay, but yeah, that's happening. We're working on that. Then we're going to need, obviously, to make more metals. Let's call this foxes. And I think it's fine to use any of this stuff. It is... We're probably past the point where I care about stone as a way of breaking things open, since we have the, we have like 100 something, what do you call it? We have like 100 something training gear. Okay, yeah. Let's make some of those. You don't need to have a ton on hand at any one time, but I am going to put down some of the designs, because ideally we should have 11 of these things, and while we could certainly live without 11, given this is 7.5 proper houses worth of housing as a cushion, like, let's maybe get the space for the 11 planned. We'll leave that open, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. And then by the time we get to 8, we'll start cutting into this stuff. We'll remove some of that stuff. And then we're also going to need to just build a bunch more harpy houses at some point. That's a consideration for the future. But I guess for the distant future, pretty much. Okay, the pond has run out. So that at the very least will give us enough places for everybody to live. As this stuff starts to slowly get completed with the extra shelters that we have around, we'll have everybody housed. I don't know if we'll have everybody housed by the beginning of the storm. This might be a rough storm upcoming. And we're going to need to hack into another glade. How is this worded? Complete a corruption decision. So we're going to have to open another glade like now? Probably. Honestly, probably this forbidden glade is what I will do. Yeah, probably. Because, like, if you think about it, if you think about the amount of time we will need to run the decision to its end, we probably do. We probably can't wait until the storm's over. So, let's grab one of our choppers. This one. Run it over here. It's a little awkward. All right, prep all this stuff because this needs to occur. And with that, I think I'm going to call the episode. There are no more large patches in the immediate future. Not that I'm aware of, because save game breaking type patches, I think we're set on. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, things are going to be a little weird, a little rough. We're going to go through a pretty difficult storm here, I think, and hopefully lose as few people as possible. And then I think we're pretty charged to run toward the ending from there. So fingers crossed that is what you witness, and we'll see you then.